everyone. Welcome to HIIT Core Yoga. It's Wednesday and we are doing a total body and a little bit more legs tonight. If you have a slider or two sliders, that would be great. So an at-home slider would look like if you have laminate floor or hardwood floor, basically you're just using like anything that's going to be slippery across the floor. So I have two washcloths, cotton washcloths. Don't use microfiber because it'll be a lot of drag. Wool is a great fiber as well, or just some kind of poly blend of some kind of fabric. Like you can use socks if you want, but don't wear them. You're just going to be kind of placing your foot in that certain position on the slider, and then you're going to be moving as well. I'll explain as we go along here. But if you have rug, you'll need the opposite. You'll need something that has no drag at all. So if you have something like a frisbee or two frisbees, or like a cover, a plate, like a plastic plate, but it needs to be smooth, because when you are putting your hand or putting your foot on the plate, you are dragging it across the carpet, and you want it to, again, just not have too much grab to it. Otherwise, it'll add a lot more resistance. But if that's something you want to do to add resistance, then you can. You don't have to have sliders. I'll explain how to do the moves without sliders, but we're kind of, the theme tonight is kind of a pull, doing pulling motions. So how to use your body weight doing pulling motions without weights or without a bar or anything. So it's just your body, and then the slider will kind of take the place, in your body position, will take the place of kind of getting a pulling action. Because a lot of the movements that we do in yoga or in any other kind of body weight exercise is a lot of pushing exercises. So this is just kind of trying to do the opposite, or just kind of balance that part out. So anyways, that's my spiel. So if you have them, sliders, washcloths, like I said, grab two washcloths if you have laminate floor, or two plasticky lids if you have carpet. And then other than that, you just need your mat and water and maybe a sweat towel. So let's get started on the mat, and we'll go into child's pose. And I'll turn some music on. So bring your knees as wide as your mat in child's pose. Bring the toes to touch and reach your arms forward and drop your forehead to the floor. So stretching out nice and long, taking deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more, just in through the nose and out through the mouth again. Just a giant one, and then begin resuming the breath in and out through the nose, and trying to just relax as best as you can in child's resting pose. So elbows just slightly bent, fingers relaxed on your mat. Turn the hands now so the thumbs point up towards the ceiling, or flip your palms so they're facing towards the ceiling, facing up. Begin rocking your head just slowly side to side. Relax your facial muscles. And begin slow that rocking down. Turn the palms back onto the floor. Lift up, walk over to the left, reaching out at an angle. Bow the head towards the left knee and keep the hips pulling back. A little bit of push with your hands can help that as well, to just get that nice long stretch on the right side of your body. Breathe into that stretch. And let's go to the other side, over to the right side, doing the same thing, reaching at an angle and bowing to the knee, chin tucking in towards the chest and hips pulling back. Let's come back to center. Bring the palms to touch and then forward to the floor, and then bring the thumbs to the back of the neck. And you can walk your elbows more forward and sink down here. So you want to stretch from your armpit to your elbow, basically triceps here and tops of shoulders. Getting your lats as well, so you should feel that from your armpit to your rib cage as well. Release the arms now forward and rise up. Come to tabletop pose. We'll begin warming up the spine. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips, around the spine. Come into a cat arch, and then inhale, release the belly, lift chin, chest forward, and pull the shoulders back. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, release the spine. Pull the shoulders in, pull them back. Okay, begin moving around in a circle motion. Bend your elbows. So pick one direction and then switch it up and go the other direction. Engaging the core. Breathe into the movement as you're moving around, and just try to channel fluidity through your body. So try to stay loose through your joints, moving around in circles all around. So wrists, you'll feel your elbows, shoulders, hips, knees, maybe even your neck a little bit. Okay, slow that motion down. Come back to tabletop pose, and then walk your hands forward and come up into downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Walk it out. Okay, so just spreading the fingers nice and wide on your mat, reaching back, maybe rocking from side to side with your hips, shifting your weight left and right. Breathing deep. Bend into just your right knee now and stretch out through that left leg, the left heel reaching to the floor, the chest pulling to the tops of the thighs. And then switch, bend just into your left knee and reach your right heel back. Pulling the chest towards the thighs. Let the head be heavy. And then bend both knees, look forward at the hands and step up to the hands and fold. So knees a little bit bent here, just swing and just try to stay loose. Maybe picking up the toes and dropping them onto the floor. Spreading the toes out wide, just waking up the feet as well. And then back to your center, and then rising up all the way, and then reach up from there. So lift the arms, and then exhale, arms down by the sides, and then hands to the heart. Sweep arms up, inhale. Exhale, arms down by the sides, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. And then one more time, inhale. Using the flow, hands to the heart, clasping the fingers and then pressing down, lifting the arms up, exhaling the hands back behind you, clasping behind you and pulling back. This is your inhale, look up. Exhale, hinge forward, bowing head. Inhale, rising up all the way and reaching up through the arms. Keep moving through. So exhale, exhale, press. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, release the hands. Clasp and pull back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise up. Arms release too. Exhale, clasp and press. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, clasp behind you. Inhale, back extension. Exhale, forward flexion, dropping head. Inhale, rise up all the way. Arms release. Exhale, repeat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, pull. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Arms reach up. Exhale, clasp and press. Inhale, lift up. Now side bend to the right side. Look to the left. Come back to center. Side bend to the left side. Look to the right. You can also look straight forward too if it bothers your neck to look over. Come back to center. Take the hands back behind you. Clasp your hands, fingers behind you. Step your feet wide. Pull the arms back. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Lift your heart. Bow forward. Bend knees. Forward into a squat. Arms lift. And then rising up all the way. Reaching up and then circle the arms. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Loosen up through the shoulders. Go forward. And side bending again. Right arm down by the side. And then left arm down by the side. Right arm down by the side. And left arm down by the side. Reaching up with both arms. And then exhale, hands to the heart, come into squat. Drop left forearm onto the left thigh. Reach up with the right arm. Okay, so you're looking up at your arm, pulling the hips back. Switch sides, that right forearm down to the right thigh and lifting up here. Go a little bit further, now touch floor if possible. The inside part of your left foot. Sink the hips. Looking up. Go to the other side, touch floor if possible. Looking up. Pull the hips back. Okay, come back to center and stand up all the way. Reach up. Inhale. Exhale, arms down by the sides. Sweep up again. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. And then exhale, step your right foot back. Drop your right knee to the floor. Sweep arms up. Inhale and then exhale. Step back to plank. Lower through chaturanga. Bring it into an up dog or a cobra. Back into a down dog. Step your right foot forward. Left knee down. Arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale. Step forward to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step your left foot back. Left knee to the floor. Arms reaching up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back into plank pose. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, step your feet a little bit wide and begin twisting left and right. Relax shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, getting into more of the dynamic warm-up here before we start our routine. Okay, one more on each side and rest. Okay, now we're into arm swings. So arm swings and butt kickers, right over left, left over right. And then start to move where you're crossing your hands, crossing your arms. And then when you open your arms, open the palms up towards the ceiling. Okay, and then you can just kind of go at a moderate pace. And just bring your heel to your bum. Lungs are open, relax. Maybe do some head tilts here. Just kind of loosen up through the neck as well. All right, so back to center and then we'll squat and toe touch reach. So squatting down and then kicking with one leg and reaching with both hands. Squat down, reach. Squat down, reach. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. This is really good just for balance. Gets a little dynamic stretch in your hamstrings there. Heart rate up a little bit so your body doesn't go into complete shock when we're about to start. What we're doing tonight is 50-50-50, 50 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. So just basically 3 minutes of work, 3 different exercises. All right, and then back into swings. So like I said, some of the poses will have sliders, but not all of them. Our theme, again, is kind of getting into some pulling actions and just kind of changing the body's position so that our body has to kind of work a little bit harder, kind of adding a little bit of balance into some of the core positions. So yeah, and I'll show you all modifications for if you're a beginner. Don't worry, you'll be able to do all the poses. You may not go as fast, but that's fine. You just need to start somewhere. And it's all about kind of building up and getting familiar with the exercises and then as you get more familiar, you get faster, your body gets more efficient, so then you add more resistance or you add a progressive move so that your body has to keep on guessing, and that's how you're going to build your strength and your cardio as well. So we'll get started. I'll explain our first 3 moves. Is going to be an inchworm mountain climber. So you're going to be at the back of the mat, and your feet are hip distance apart. You're going to walk down to plank, and then you're going to slowly bring your right knee in, touch your wrist, and then your left knee in and touch your wrist. Okay, if you can't touch your wrist, just bring your knee up as high as you can, one side then the other, and then walk back to the back of the mat and reach up for beginner or jump up for advanced, or if you want to get your cardio up. Okay, another way to get your cardio up is you're just gonna try and do this as fast as you can, but try to do the mountain climbers slow. So slowly pull that knee into your wrist or your elbow and then back. So that's going to be the slow part, but then the rest of the stuff, the crawling forward and crawling back, that can be your fast move. Skater lunges is next, and again, this can be fast or slow here, but we're going to use the length of your mat, and you're going to step to one side, and then one leg is going to step back, so you're kind of in this little bit of a lunge. So not a full lunge, your front knee is bent, and your back leg is going to be straight. To make it harder, don't touch your foot all the way. So maybe just tapping your toe very lightly before you go to the other side and do that other side. So you're lunging back. So I'm going to the right and I'm stepping back with my left leg. I'm going to the left and I'm stepping back with my right leg. And I'm using my arms to help me like a skater kind of motion. So you can step. So you don't have to hop if you don't want to. You can just do a wide step and then back, a wide step and then back, okay? The next one is some abs, so ankles cross, hip lifts. So you're on your back, crossing your ankles and arms down by the sides, and you're going 1, squeezing, 2, squeezing the legs straight, 3, 4, and then legs up. Reach your feet for 4 as well. So, and that's the next move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back, hip lifts for 4, reaching for 4. Okay, 10 seconds to get ready here. Inchworm mountain climbers. So at the back of the mat, we'll start our first round of 3 minutes work. 50 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. Go. Coming to plank, knee, knee, walk back, jump up. Come to plank, knee, knee, walk back, jump up. To make it harder, walk your hands even more forward so that you're on your tippy toes in a plank, and then bring your knees, you can't see me here, and then bring your knees to the wrist and then walk back. So I'm walking forward way beyond my plank and then dragging my knee, pulling my knee to my elbow. Okay, and that'll work your core a lot more. You'll kind of, your core will kick in a little bit more there. 3 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds for us. Skater lunges are next. Using the length of your mat. 2, 1, and go. So I'm stepping from side to side. I'm absorbing this shock, so just staying loose and hopping from side to side. So again, you can just do slow steps, move your arms, just get your body used to the motion. Then eventually go down lower for your lunges and power off that one leg. So you're powering off the outside leg to the other outside leg, right? And your arms are just helping you out a little bit more. Leaning forward just slightly, core engaged, back straight. Okay, and then next one, you're on your back for hip lifts and toe touches. Cross your ankles, go. 2. So just count to yourself, bending the knees and squeezing the legs straight. Try not to rock. Don't rock your legs. Push up to the ceiling, like you're pushing the ceiling up. Springing up. As you're springing up, you're pushing down into your arms to kind of help you isolate the lower abdominal. Breathing out every time you contract your muscles here. Almost there, 4. All right, that's it. That's the first round. Done. I'll right away explain the next one. 4 down dog push-ups, and then you're walking out to an extended plank, and then back to a down dog. So you are in a down dog. So down dog push-ups, you are basically like what it says, you're in down dog, and then you're bending your elbows wide, and then you're bringing your head, basically your hairline, right down to the floor and pushing back up again. So you should feel it in the tops of the shoulders, but try to push back to your bum. So don't push up like into the shoulders. You want to push back at an angle so that you're pushing your heels back to the floor. So as you lower, you'll feel your heels lift up, and then as you push back up, you want to draw your heels back to the floor. So that's pushing and an upward angle, okay? So that's your down dog push-ups. You're going to do 4 of those, and then you're going to walk forward into a plank. You're going to walk forward into an extended plank. So you're going to walk out even more. So typically in a plank pose, your hands are underneath your shoulders, but then walk at least a hand in front of that hand. So I am almost reaching in my plank pose. But you need to keep your bum down. If it's too impossible, drop your knees, and you can walk your arms even further. Then you're just going to walk back all the way to the down dog, and then back to do your push-up. Okay, it's not really meant to be a fast motion, but you are still to try and do as many reps as possible. Snowboard hops, getting ready for some cardio here. So snowboard hops, I'm at a 45-degree angle, kind of facing the corner of my mat. So facing left side, say. My left leg is forward, so my left arm will be down. And then I'm going to do a 180 to the other side, and I'm going to reverse the direction. So it's going to look like this. Okay, and I'm back into lunge into the other side. My left leg is forward and my left hand is down. Now my right leg is forward, my right hand is down. Okay, facing side to side. If it's too much, just walk yourself through it. Basically like that. Just going slow, okay, and slow. So facing 45, 45, try to do a 180 hop. Bridge lift, and using the sliders for this one. So you are slowly, so hopefully you can see my sliders here. I'm just going to move my mat back a little bit. So my heels are on the sliders, and you can do this without the sliders. So what I'm going to do is lift up into bridge, and then I'm going to slowly extend my legs out straight, and then one leg comes in, and then the other leg comes in. So go left, right, and then slowly both legs lower again. Right leg comes in, left leg comes in. Slowly lower both legs again. So I'm putting my arms down to brace myself, try to lift up. If you can't do that, if you don't have sliders, just extend one leg out without the slider, then the other leg out. Stay in bridge the whole time. So you're basically kind of walking it out in bridge. Okay, that's your modification without a slider. All right, 10 seconds to get ready. 4 down dog push-ups, and then a forward walk to an extended plank, and then back to 4 push-ups again. Start in down dog, go. So bum up and count yourself to 4, and then walk forward, plank, but then walk even more. Try to go to your limit. When you've hit your limit, and then walk all the way back to your down dog, and then do your push-up. So core engaged, and then walking forward again. And again, I'm just gonna keep walking my hands, and maybe each time I get a little bit further, I'm just gonna walk back. I might get a little bit further each time. You should feel it in the tops of the shoulders. All right, that's it already. And then we're going to our snowboard hops for some cardio. And begin. So landing softly if you are. So feet are nice and wide. You're absorbing the shock. Remember, whatever foot is forward, that's what hand touches down. And then you spring up, use your arms, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up. So pretty leg heavy, like power squats. I won't be able to talk after this one. 4, 2, woo, okay. Bridge is next. Good thing, bringing down the heart rate. Okay, go for it in your bridge. So slowly lowering the legs, then one leg walks back, then the other. Or you're in a walking bridge. If it's too much to drag both legs back, then, or both legs forward, then you can extend one leg at a time, then the other, and then just kind of inchworm like I'm doing here. Okay, otherwise forward with both legs, and then in one at a time with the legs. Okay. Or if you're really feeling that's okay in your hamstrings too, you're forward with both legs, and then back with both legs. That's it. Okay, so lots of modifications for that one. If you wanna, if you're doing this video again, you can kind of work up 2 different progressions on that one. All right, so that was round 2. Now to round 3. Again with some sliders, and we're doing push-ups with the knees, since it's going to be pretty shoulder and arm heavy for the full 50 seconds. Hands are going to be on the sliders, and I'm on my knees here. So I'm starting in the center, and then I'm going to go out to the right, do a push-up, center, and then out to the left, and then do a push-up, and then back to the center. So I'm just kind of moving from side to side. Hopefully I'm in the right angle for you guys. So out to the side, center, out to the side, center. If you feel like you're cool enough to do that from your toes instead of your knees, you can do that from the hardest version. I might try that from the hardest version first, and then when I get tired, I'm just going to drop my knees to the floor. So that is that, and then we're going to go side plank. So we're going to be on the forearm. Go on your right side first, that top leg is going to go tapping forward and then behind you, tapping forward and then behind you. Modify by bringing the bottom shin to the floor. Keep your underside elevated, tap and tap. If you have that bottom shin to the floor, you may be able to go a little bit higher, over, back and forth, okay? And then we'll do the other side for that last 50 seconds. So 10 seconds to get ready. Knee push-ups or push-ups, basically you're going from one angle to the center to the other angle, but using the slider. So what the sliders do, it's kind of that pull again. You won't get the exact same feeling without the slider, but I'll just show you. You're in the center and you just kind of step your hand over and step it back. Step your other hand over and then step it back. With the slider, you get that pull, so you kind of get your inner arms working and your shoulders. So your biceps are working a lot more because you have that friction to contend with here. All right. Okay, and then we're going to side planks. So let's go on the right forearm first. And then that top leg taps forward and taps back. You can do this from your hand as well. So you can do this from high up if you want to as well. So you can try that out, and if it gets too much, then drop down to your forearm, but maybe doesn't even make much of a difference to you which side you go on. You're gonna feel that in your shoulders regardless. And the way to kind of take the weight off of your shoulders is to drop that bottom shin and then go over. But if you're dropping the bottom shin, come down low, okay? That's it. We're going to the other side. So on your left side, again, I'm just going to start from the top. And so from my hand, and then I might drop down to the forearm or down to the shin, depending on how my shoulders feel. I wanted this to be more of a leg workout today just because, yeah, like I said in the Facebook post, there's some shoveling going on today. Some heavy snow, overly heavy snow that it's probably melted by now. Probably didn't need to, but it was a lot. Okay, 15 seconds left. Whew. Okay, 5. All right, that's it for that round. Woo, that was a shoulder heavy round for sure, but you should feel that in your sides as well. Total body thing. All right, next one. Get back into the legs. Lunge pulse right, lunge pulse kick right. So that's just going to look like stepping your right leg back, knee over ankle. So coming down nice and low. Remember 5 by 5 by 5s. So where it hurts the most, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, pulsing quickly, and then kicking. Back, pulsing, 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 kick. So pulse for 3, 1, kick. Same leg. We'll do the left side for the next 50 seconds, and then we're going to use the sliders again. And this time we're just without a push-up. We're going to be in plank, and we're going to bring the right hand, just reach it forward and then reach it back, and then swing the right leg out to the side. So split plank and then back. And then the other hand, reach it as far as you can and then back, left leg, back, okay? So you're just reaching forward, pulling it back. So without the slider, You are just reaching. You can even kind of slide your hand across the floor if you want to and slide it back. It's not going to be a lot of drag, but again, you can kind of choose your own tension as well. Forward, back, and then get that leg up to the side. Oh, that was the last one. So 10 seconds to get ready. We're doing lunge on right side, lunge on left side, and then ending in the plank reaches. So right leg back, 2, 1, go. So we're just trying as best you can to keep the leg straight. You're doing that kick, breathing, and just counting 1, 2, 3, and a kick. Keeping the core engaged. 20 seconds left here. 10. My knee is just kind of barely tapping the floor, so down quite low. All right, and then going to the other side. Okay, 2, 1, go. And kicking. And again, just try to do the best you can. If you can't do the pulses, just do as best you can. Do any kind of pulse, any kind of movement, or stay for 3 seconds, and then kick. Back to the lunge, stay for 3 seconds, and then kick, okay? That could be your beginner. If the pulses feel like it's way too much, or if halfway, say at 25 seconds, you're already burnt out and your muscles are just exhausted. So try to stay in the work is what my point is, and try to find a modification that's going to work for you. Yeah, just try and stay active for that 50 seconds. Okay, now we're going to the planks. Okay, so reaching forward with my right, dragging back, and then my right leg kicks up. Reaching forward with my left, dragging back, and then my left leg kicks. It's kind of surprising what muscles take over when you add the slider. 12 seconds. 2, 1. Okay, that was the end of that one. All right. Okay. Almost done the first page here. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. All right. Staying with me. Side lunge with the slider is next. So yeah, this is something that you can come off your mat with if you have those sliders. I'm just going to step on the sliders. So my ball of the foot and my toes will be on the slider, and my heel will be off the slider. So I'm going to be basically on the ball of my foot the entire time, just to get the sliding motion. If you feel like you're going to slip, then that's when you break with your heel. Okay, but otherwise shouldn't be that slippy. You kind of do want a little bit of drag. So what the slide lunges look like is we're just going to do the right side here. So you're sliding with the right, and then touching down, and then back. Okay, and then you can do that fast. So you are basically doing a one leg squat, and you're getting that stretch, and my left arm could be reaching back and touching my right hand down to the floor. if you don't, you can go to any modification. So you can step out a little bit, drag back. If you don't have the slider, then you're stepping out to the side and then coming down for a squat and then stepping back. Step out to the side and then step back. So the only problem there is that you kind of have to reform and just kind of make sure that you have the correct form each time you come into that squat. When you step back and forth. With a slider, you don't really have to correct as much and you can kind of get more into a flow. But otherwise, so right side, and then of course doing the left side. So touching with my left hand, and my right arm just kind of reaches back here, okay? So pull back, way back into your hips, and again, just try to use that drag, sliding back so that you feel like your inner thighs are working some. Then the last one, we're going to do a burpee. So we're going to do a side plank theme burpee. So you're going to jump at the top of the mat, jump back to a plank, do your push-up, and then do your side plank. So my legs are just kind of falling off to the side. Plank, twist to the other side, plank, jump forward, jump up, or stand up. To modify, you're just stepping back, step back to plank, drop knees, do your push-up, come back up to plank, drop your knee for side plank, roll over, drop your bottom knee for side plank, come back, walk forward, step forward, and reach up, okay? You may not put out as many reps, but as long as you just kind of keep the motion, and it'll be basically like doing a sun salutation anyway, so you get your heart rate up no matter what. 10 seconds to get ready, doing the sliders first. So I just have my both feet on my sliders just because I'm ready. So I'm doing the right leg though first. So right leg and reaching out and down. Okay, if you don't feel anything, push down into the floor with your slider and pull back. Push and keep the resistance and press into the ball of your foot. So that the left leg is working big time. Especially if you're going down nice and low, because it's just really trying to pull everything back into place, right? And all sorts of cracks and pops. Sure, it's fine. Inhale down, exhale. Woo, feeling it now. Okay, 10 seconds, shake it out. Go to the other side. Left leg only. All right, so left hand touches down, my right arm reaches back. So again, kind of feeling that stretch as the leg extends out and pulling back. Again, like I said, if you don't have the slider, you're just stepping out, or you can just do this. Okay, you're just rocking, bend into your right knee, and then come back to center. Bend into your right knee, come back. So left leg stays straight the entire time. Bring your hands onto your hips. Okay, keep the motion going. If you don't have a slider, that's no excuse not to do it, right? Always, there's always a way. Okay, next one is burpees. So at the top of the mat, and go. So you're jumping back, do your push-up from your knees or from your toes, and then your side plank, forward and up. And then I'm just gonna go fast. Keeping the core engaged. 1. Okay. Good job, everyone. That is the first page. Shake it out, take some water, and I will just keep going. Explaining the next ones. Alright, so bulldog skaters. This is always a fun one. Doing 8 bulldog skaters and then 8 four forearm plank jacks. So bulldog skaters look like this. I'm gonna have to move my mat out a little bit. Just angle here. Okay, so you are toes tucked under in a tabletop position. Lift your knees and hover. Take one leg out to the side and then switch. So you're basically kicking from side to side, just like your one-legged squats that you just did, but basically we're in that prone position and core is working a lot harder. To make this easier, keep that bulldog position. Instead of doing a hop switch, walk it in, kick it out, walk it back in. Try to hover the knees the entire time though, walk it out. You're just doing 8 of those, and then you're gonna come down to your forearms and do plank jacks, 4 of them. So hopping out wide and dropping back in. To modify, walk it out wide, walk it back in, walk it out wide, bring it back in. Okay, you don't need to hop it out if you don't want to, or if you want a lower impact, or if you have issues with your knees or whatnot. So that's A, and then B, we're doing a bulldog push-up, 2 wide leg forward lunges, and then a jump squat. So this one, you're basically in a just kind of a wide squat, and then you're going to come down, catch yourself into a push-up. So you're kind of in this bulldog position, but then you're going to push back into a squat position, or you can walk back into the squat position. And I'm going to step forward with the right leg, and then back in low and squat. Step forward to left leg, get low and squat, jump up for a jump squat, and then back to a push-up, 2 forward lunges, ending in the jump squat. Yeah, so if you can walk down to do a push-up, and you walk back to your squat. Okay, you don't have to fall and catch, because that's a little more pleo. And if it doesn't feel safe for you, then just do the walking method. That'll be fine. Ending in banana splits. So some abs here. So here's a banana, and we're going side, right, left side, right side, and then center, and then split through the center, and then back over, back and forth. So try to keep a rounded back body. So my shoulders are rolled off the floor, my head is off the floor, my legs are off the floor. Okay, I'm just trying to roll, contracting my glutes, contracting my legs, trying to make myself kind of one move as one unit from side to side as best we can, and then split down the center. 10 seconds to get ready. Here, that's enough talk. Bulldog skate for 8, and then forearm plank jacks for 4. So start in your tabletop bulldog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then jump back. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 4 on each side, by the way, for your bulldog skate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, those knees in those bulldog skaters, just hovering above the floor. And try to keep your bum down. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. In your plank jack, tuck your pelvis under, core engaged. Holy moly. Okay. Bulldog push up, 2 wide forward lunges, jump squat. Okay, so squat, push up, push back, wide lunge, back to squat, wide lunge, back to squat, jump squat, push up. Can't really talk too much right now. Heart rate's up there, pretty high. All right, last one, banana split. Come down onto the mat. Banana. So go from side to side. It'll surprise you when you rock over to one side just how much your body just wants to keep rolling. So one side, then all the way to the other side, and then back to center, and then split. You can start on changing up which side you start on. Most of the challenge is just trying to keep your body in the same position, or in that form, banana form position. That's the challenge. Body always looks for the path of least resistance, so you want to challenge that feeling. And I know it's hard when you're already exhausted, but it's totally worth it. So we have 2 more to go, 2 more rounds. We're gonna stay on the ground, do some double crunch, right, left, center. So kind of the same theme. We're going to the left, crunch, and then center, and then right, and then center. Okay, same thing. My shoulders and my head will be off the floor the entire time. So try to keep kind of flowing from side to side. To modify, you can do your front or just your upper body, then roll over to your other side, do your upper body, and then maybe do your lower body. Just pull the knees in with your head onto the floor for the center if you want to, if you can't do the double crunch. Otherwise, give it a try. And then back up to legs. We're doing a wide squat, so a plie squat. We're doing, so 3 pulses down nice and low, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, so straight legs, 2, full range, and then jump up for 1, and then back, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and again, squeezing the glutes the entire time, and then, yeah, you're jumping up for that last one. So 3, 2, 1. Walk down tricep pulses. Again, just kind of back to our 5x5s. How painful these can be. Going pulses to full range. So you're at the back of the mat. You're going to walk down to a plank and doing pulses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then push up for 1, and then you're walking back, and then do a jump up at the back, or just do a reach up. Okay, so 5 tricep pulses, 1 push right up. Yeah, so that is that one. So 10 seconds to get ready. Double crunches first, then our squats, then our triceps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So side, center, and side, and center. Exhale. Each time you are contracting your abs, and just think about, drawing your rib cage down as best as you can. Okay. So back up to the squat. So wide squat. So 3, 2, 1 squat. 1, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then jump. 3. Go nice and low for your squats. Back flat. Woo, starting to feel it for sure. All right. Walk down, triceps. So again, sit on the back of the mat and go. So chaturanga push-ups, basically you can do this from the knees. Then push up to your full, walk back, do your reach up or jump up. Oh my goodness. Almost there. Holy moly. Okay, that was the end of that round. So we have one more to do. So saving the funnest for the last. So three-legged down dog hops. Then we are doing a 3-pulse lunge alternating sides. So you are going to be in the down dog. Okay, so right leg is going to lift, and you're using that top leg to kind of pull yourself in and also jump off of your standing leg, so your left leg. So knee is bent, and you're just going to go this, 1, 2, 3, almost like you're going to kick up and do a handstand, right? And then you're going to step forward with that right leg into a lunge, and then do 1, 2, 3, and then plant your hands, kick that leg up in the air, and then do a jump switch. And then do that same thing on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, step forward, do 3. So 3 and 3, and switching sides. All right, now we have some cobra flies and some dive pulls. So hopefully I'm still in the camera here. We are doing cobra fly. So arms are going to be out to the side, and we're lifting up. My feet are off the floor, and doing 1, 2, 3, 4. So stretching out the arms, and then our pulls or dive pulls are reach forward, and then retract the elbows back. Reach forward, head down, retract the elbows back, and lift the head. Okay? So almost like you are gripping something and you're pulling back. Okay? And you can use that. You can reach forward with hands that are flat, and then make a fist as you retract back. Flat hands, fist. Flat hands, fist. Okay? And that'll help your body kind of, again, it's that pulling back motion that our body's just not used to doing. But adding the resistance, just kind of using that grip, that hand grip position while you're contracting the upper back muscles and the shoulder blades. As you're contracting that back down, that's going to engage your muscles a lot more and just kind of incorporate everything together. So that's what you want to do for number B. And then for our last one, dolphin plank to side plank, and you're alternating sides. So pretty simple. You're just in the dolphin plank, and then you're spinning to side plank, and you're spinning to side plank. Try not to fall over. Okay, side plank, going both sides. So basically you're in the dolphin plank the entire time, and you're just rocking from side to side. Enough tuck. Let's do this. 10 seconds to get ready. 3-leg down dog hops. So 3 and 3, right leg first. 2, 1. So you're going hop, hop, hop. Maybe you're doing a handstand. You can try it out. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Step back into 3-legged down dog. Switch legs. Hop, hop, hop. Step, pulse, pulse, pulse. Plant hands, down dog, switch legs. You can do the hop switch or just do a regular switch. 4 seconds left. All right. So down to your belly for cobra flies. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I lift my feet up each time I extend and contract my whole back body. You don't have to though. Again, it's all about, can you feel it? Can you feel it in your upper body? Can you feel it in your shoulders? If not, lift a little bit higher. Pause at the top, hold, do what you can so that you can feel like those muscles are getting activated. Otherwise, it means you're compensating. Your back is taking over, your bottom is taking over. Dolphin plank, side to side. So, dolphin plank, spinning on my side, plant down, spinning on my other side. I'm just going nice and slow, trying to keep my hips down low as well. Okay, we're almost there. We got 10 seconds left. 3, and that's it. All right, good job everybody. That is the end of that HIIT routine, and we will get into some cool down right away. Grab some water if you need to. Right. So at the top of the mat, we'll just start with the arm sweeps. So sweeping overhead and then sweeping down. Okay, without any back bending, just getting the air in, cooling it down slowly. Okay, and then we'll add the back or the forward fold. So coming down and then down low, and then just moving nice and slow. Folding forward. Above head. Big inhale, big exhale. Big inhale, and then exhale, and then we're just gonna hold that forward fold. And just breathe. And you can hug, hold on to those elbows, sway from side to side. Take some deep breaths out. All right. right. And then just release those arms now and start to rise on up. Reach up, deep breath in. Grab onto your right wrist with your left hand and take it over. And then release, switch sides. Grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. Take it over to the other side and breathe. And then back to center, and then let it go, forward fold. Step back into lunge, so right foot steps back, and lift both arms up to the sky. Take the hands back behind you, clasp your fingers behind you, and pull the shoulders back. Lift your heart. Maybe sinking into the front knee or into the hips here. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, release arms up. Plant your right hand to the floor, and then that left arm is going to reach up. Now, activate this lunge here by lifting that back leg, the back knee, the right knee off the floor here, and push out through the heel and engage your right glute. So my right leg's active and twisting, lunging, and then I'm releasing. So hand to the floor, step back to plank, lower through chaturanga. Up dog cobra, slowly look over the right shoulder. And then slowly look over the left shoulder. And then slowly come back to center, and then take it back into downward facing dog. Reach out through the heels, reach down through the heels. Keep pulling the chest towards the thighs. Step forward with the right foot. Left knee to the floor, arms up. Hands come back behind you. Clasp your fingers and pull back. Breathing here. Lifting tall. Letting go of the hands, arms up, and the left hand comes down to the floor. Right arm reaches up. So you're either staying here or you're getting a little more active in this lunge by straightening your left knee, reaching through the heel. Think about the back of the left knee is lifting up. So my quad is engaged, my glutes are engaged on my left side. My right knee is also pulling in, it's hugging in. My right thigh is hugging in towards me. And then releasing, hand down to the floor, step back, plank, lower, chaturanga, up dog cobra, child's pose. Bring the knees down to the floor and reach forward with the arms. Lift up onto the fingertips. Drop the head as low as possible. Breathe. Drop the hands, heel palm back onto the floor, rise up to tabletop position, and reach out through your right arm or out to the right arm, out to the side with your right arm up, and then thread underneath your left arm, shoulder to the floor. Take another deep breath here. And then press up. Switch sides. Left arm up. Take it underneath your right arm. Drop head to the floor. Breathe here. And reach up or lift up. Spin around so that you're on your seat. Straighten the right leg, left leg out. Right knee is bent. Left hand beside your hip. Reach up with your right arm and then reach forward. And then reach up. Reach forward and then reach up. Reach forward and hold. reach up. Switching sides. Right hand down by the side. Left arm reaching up. Forward. Up. Forward. Up. Forward. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Keep reaching through your arm as best as you can. Hugging that left knee in. And then releasing. Left leg straight, right knee out to the side. So just like your tree pose in tree. And take your right hand back behind you. And then roll up onto the right shin and then stretch out. And you can lift back, so a little bit of a back bend here. Joy pose, one of the best poses out there. And release down, switch sides. Left knee in, right leg straight, and left hand back behind you. Rock up onto that shin. So basically you're in that side plank pose, but you're tipping back a little bit to the right side. So that you open up belly, open up chest. Let that top arm, the top arm is it's reaching, but it's also trying to be a little bit lazy as well, a little bit passive. And just letting the kind of shape of your body stretch that top arm there, gravity. And then releasing down. Hands come back behind you, feet to the floor, reverse tabletop pose, lift your hips, roll the shoulders back. One more breath, inhale, exhale, down, rolling like a ball. Grab onto the backs of the knees. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll forward. Tucking the chin. All right, and then back onto your back and grab onto the right knee with your left, or with your both hands here, and bring your head in towards your right knee. Draw the rib cage down, belly down. Head to the floor. Guide your right knee over to the left and reach your right arm up to the side. Change the angle of your right arm from here, from your shoulder, and moving it down below your shoulder, moving it above your shoulder, turning the palm up, turning the palm down, and do a little bit of an assessment on how your shoulders are feeling tonight after this class. Maybe just after your week already. And breathing, of course, you're just trying to keep long, deep breaths coming in and out here. Trying to be a little bit deactivated here as we move into Shavasana zone here. Okay, and then we're going to release out of the twist and bring everything in. Hug and breathe into your back. Let the head drop down. Hold on to the left knee. Let your right leg go straight. Now bring your head in towards your left knee. Curling up. Draw navel down to floor. Push out through the right leg. Release head down to the floor. Guide your left knee over to the right side. Left arm. Working on the left arm. Now reaching out with your left arm and angling it wherever you feel you need to angle it to get the most benefit. Breathing deep, using your pose, your shape, your twist to take those long exhales out. So remember, as we're calming the body down, those exhales need to be at least a couple seconds longer than your inhales. You want to trigger that parasympathetic nervous system here, bring it all down heart rate to a very low heart rate. Calm after the storm. Breathing deep. Take another 2 deep breaths in and out. All right, and then releasing and bringing it all back. Bring yourself back in, give yourself some love and a hug. Bring into the back. Another deep breath in. Let it go. Feet to floor. Windshield wipers. Knees wide. Feet wide. Arms out to a T. Drop knees left and right. Back and forth. Breathing, of course, as you're doing this. Maybe you're rocking your head from side to side as well. If your eyes are already closed here. Feel free to just, if you're doing this video, just skip to this part, the cool down after the HIIT class. There's lots of videos out there, but I always end in a cool down. So you can expect the last at least 15 minutes. Maybe I start at a half an hour before the end of the class. Starting those cool down poses and entering into Shavasana and maybe your own meditation. So every class is a little bit different. So again, you feel free, if you're just interested in the yoga part, skip forward. All these videos are archived, so you can play them again at your leisure. So we are going back to, or going to Shavasana right now. We're going to straighten out the legs and let the feet open to the sides, arms down by your sides, and we'll start by stretching the toes. So spreading the toes out wide and spreading the fingers out really wide. Now start to imagine that you're taking inhales. Imagine that your feet, your toes and fingers are straws, and you're inhaling air through those straws, filling the lungs, filling the belly, still spreading the fingers wide, and then in your exhale, relaxing that contraction that you had to spread your fingers and toes wide. So you're relaxing them back into a normal state. So you can do that another time or 2 more times if you want to, or if you're ready, you can go right into it. Start to think about breathing again. So probably about a count of 5 in and about a count of 7 out. And those are those counts are measured in seconds, heartbeats. So in that sort of timing. You can start with the 5 and 7, and then you can increase the ratio as your heart rate gets a little more relaxed, or as you get a little more practiced in doing this. So you can go 6 and 8 count, so 6 inhale and an 8 count exhale, and you can move right up to 7 and 9. So it kind of depends on where you're at. So just try counting first. Start with a 5 and 7. So just as you're counting slowly and silently to yourself, begin to think about your back body connecting more and more to the ground and to the floor. So releasing the skin, releasing the bones and muscles. Feel the heels dig into the floor, melt through the floor. Same with the calves, backs of knees. Feel the backs of thighs relax and release. Glute muscles release from the tailbone untucking. And breathing into your spine here. Imagine and visualize Visualize the breath running along the length of your spine, moving down to low back, up back through your mid back and upper back. Notice your shoulder blades expand and lift on your inhale, and on your exhale, notice your shoulder blades suddenly falling down and pulling the shoulders down, and both the right arm and the left arm down with them. Relax completely through the backs of the hands, right side and left side. Bring awareness to the back of the neck, sides of the neck, all to release the head. Completely relaxed on the floor and supported by the floor. Your awareness back to your breath. And awareness to the face, starting with the hairline, then the forehead, feeling space across the forehead. Think of all the lines smoothing out across the face, around the eyes, the cheeks, the mouth, letting the muscles in the jaw all relax. Completely let the tongue in the mouth be completely still. And back to your breath. Smooth inhale for 5, and a smooth exhale for 7. Feeling your whole body relaxed and your whole body breathing. So bring your attention back to your breath and just slowly bring your awareness back to just your fingers and toes initially here. Spreading the toes out wide and fingers out wide again. I think you're testing the air around you. And then begin increasing the motion into the wrists and into the ankles. Awareness into your breath. And begin to send some deeper breaths down to the belly, the sides of your body. Feel your back lift on your inhale, exhale and fall to the floor. And just gradually increase some motion in your body and moving intuitively to whatever feels good right now as you begin to re-energize from Shavasana. Stretch it out, morning stretch or windshield wipers as you reawaken. Some sound to your breath. Let yourself know that you are alive. And feel free to just continue on in your Shavasana or in your meditation here. Otherwise, if you're still with me, coming out of the pose and up to onto your side, right side, and then up to seated. So you can, again, just continue from here. Feel free to just continue on your yoga practice, whatever stretches feel good right now for you. Otherwise, namaste, and thanks for joining me tonight, or whenever you get around to doing this video. Yeah, happy Wednesday, everyone. I'll do another class on Monday, Vinyasa Flow yoga class, and that'll kind of be a redo of our Monday's class because yeah, it was a little bit of a schmoz with the internet connection. So it's going to be another hip flow vinyasa class, and it'll be similar to the last week's, but hopefully a little more cohesive and not in 3 parts, and it'll be awesome. So have a great rest of your week, everyone. I'm Melissa Shippey, 11 Elements Yoga. Yeah, have a great night. Peace.